Hello Whovians, hope you're having a good week so far. Well, it's time for another Sixth Doctor episode review, and today we're going to be looking at Revelation of the Daleks. So, here we go. The TARDIS lands on Necros, the location of the funeral home Tranquil Repose. The Doctor is attacked by a mutant, which Perry kills. Before he dies, the mutant tells the Doctor that the Great Healer used him as a genetic experiment, and his appearance and hostility were a result of the experiments. At Tranquil Repose, a disc jockey plays songs and chats to entertain those who are in suspended animation. Okay. A couple, Natasha and Grigory, have illegally entered Tranquil Repose, looking for the man the Doctor is seeking, Arthur Stengos, Natasha's father. Upon finding his assigned suspended animation capsule, they discover it is empty. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Shocked, they find a dark room filled with pulsating brains and other experiments. Grigory walks past a glass Dalek casing with a mutating red creature inside it. Natasha realizes it's the head of her father, and he's being metamorphosized into a Dalek. Here. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Okay. Kara, who owns a company that distributes food, is a pawn of the Great Healer. In reality, Davros. Dun dun dun! To dissolve this arrangement, she has hired the mercenary Orsini and his squire Bostock. Orsini accepts the contract for the honor of killing Davros. Arthur Stengos, who is now a head with red flesh growing over him, explains to Natasha and Grigory that the brains of everybody in Tranquil Repose are being used to metamorphosize into new Dalek mutants. He orders his daughter to kill him before he fully mutates. Natasha does, and then she and Grigory are captured and questioned by Takison and Lilt. The Doctor and Perry are met by Mr. Jobel and his subservient assistant Tassembeker. The Doctor sends Perry off with Jobel to meet the DJ while he digs into the situation. Orsini destroys a Dalek, and Davros is notified. He's convinced Kara has sent assassins, so he deploys Daleks to bring her to him. Meanwhile, Tassembeker, who has been coerced by Davros to spy on Jobel, attempts to warn the chief embalmer out of misplaced love for him. When Jobel spurns her offer, Tassembeker fatally stabs him with a syringe. She is then exterminated by Daleks. The Daleks capture the Doctor and throw him into a cell with Natasha and Grigory, who are rescued by Orsini. Davros appears with a group of Daleks, and they subdue Orsini and Bostock. When Kara is brought in, Orsini betrays her motives to Davros, then stabs her to death. Natasha and Grigory fail to destroy the brains that are scheduled for metamorphosis and are killed by a Dalek. The Doctor tells Perry to hail the President's ship. Overhearing the transmission, Davros orders Perry captured. The Doctor rushes to save her, but is also caught. Both meet back in Davros' laboratory, and reveals that he has a new army of Daleks. Daleks loyal to the Dalek Supreme arrive from Skaro, called Takis, who now realize what has been going on. Takis leads the grey Skaro Daleks to Davros' lab, but they are met by cream and gold Necros Daleks, who are loyal only to Davros. As warfare ensues between the two Dalek armies, Davros is caught in the crossfire and his only usable hand is shot off. The Grey Daleks win, and Davros is taken to Skaro to stand trial. Upon learning of what Davros had established on Necros, Skaro forces decide to continue to control the galaxy's demand for famine relief. Orsini wants to detonate his bomb before Davros' ship leaves and refuses to use a timer. The Dalek ship takes off before the blast. The Doctor states that Orsini died for something honorable, the destruction of Davros' new Daleks. Takis complains to the Doctor that they are all out of a job. The Doctor tells him that they can harvest the flowers that grow on the planet and use them as a new food source. That's very true. Anyway, let's get the production of this episode. Eric Seward got around the BBC's policy against script editors commissioning stories from themselves by writing the script during a 6-week period between his contracts. Seward was on holiday on Rhodes at the time, and many of the names, such as Lilton Orsini, come from places, products, and people he encountered there. Tassenbecker was named after a Greek saint. The story is loosely based on the book The Loved One, and the information text on the DVD release of the story also states that Soylent Green was also an influence to it. Interesting. However, writer/script editor Eric Seward has said in the DVD commentary that he had not seen Soylent Green when he wrote Revelation of the Daleks. That's kind of a shame, because, well, from what I've heard, that's a pretty good movie. Mainly because Charlton Heston is in it, so there you go. Eric Seward thought of the idea of the blue mourning suits for Necros in order to cover up Colin Baker's costume, which he considered inappropriate for a drama series for as long as possible. Portions of the story were filmed at the IBM UK headquarters in Cawston, Portsmouth. This was the final Doctor Who serial to be produced using film for outdoor sequences and video for interior scenes. Beginning with The Trial of a Time Lord, production moved to all video. Colin Baker and Nicola Bryant appear entirely on film in Part 1 and have no interactions with the actors portrayed in the video segments. Boo. This was the final serial to use Peter Howell's arrangement of the Doctor Who theme that had been introduced in 1980. Following the broadcast of this serial, the BBC suspended work on the series for 18 months. Production resumed a year later, with the next new episode airing in September 1986. This story was first aired in the US and some other countries in 4 25-minute episodes. The first cliffhanger sees Natasha and Gregory hiding in the catacombs as Takis and Lilith are wheeling a body through the tunnels. The cliffhanger part 3 features either the Doctor telling Perry that she's in great danger, or in some ends of the story, Davros ordering his Daleks to kill the DJ. All VHS and DVD releases of the story have been in its original 2-part form. Eleanor Braun appeared in a brief scene in the earlier serial City of Death, alongside John Cleese as art critics in Denise Renee's art gallery in Paris. She also appeared in a Doctor Who radio drama, Loops Garou, in which she played the wealthy heiress Elenia de Santos. Colin Spall later appeared in the 10th Doctor story Rise of the Cybermen and the Age of Steel. Clive Swift later appeared in the 10th Doctor story Voyage of the Damned as Mr. Copper. Trevor Cooper later appeared in the 12th Doctor story Robot of Sherwood. That's interesting. So, honestly, this is a pretty interesting episode, to say the least, and yeah, as the Dalek story, it's okay, but not as good as a certain one we'll get to when we talk about the 7th Doctor era, but again, we'll save that for when we get to that particular episode. So, overall, I give Revelation of the Daleks 3 sonic screwdrivers out of 5. Well, join me next week as we take a look at the first part of The Trial of a Time Lord, The Mysterious Planet. So, until then, this is Hooving Queen saying, "Oh my giddy aunt, when I say run, run! I've a polarity of the neutron flow. Would you like a chili, baby? Fantastic! Allons-y! Geronimo!" Bow ties are cool, fezzes are cool, and Stetsons are cool.